Welcome or welcome back to Awake and Bake with Danny. I'm Danny, I'm a silly psychic stoner, and I just want to sesh with you guys. Today's gonna be an evil sesh though, because I want to talk about evil shit, evil energy, evil people. Not you though, you could never be evil. So if that sounds like fun, if that's how you want to spend your sesh, awesome, go ahead and stay tuned. But first, you're gonna need a couple things for today's episode. First thing you're gonna need is something to drink, because I certainly won't be responsible for you hooker whores being dehydrated. Drink whatever you want, pop, juice, milk, water, coffee, I certainly don't give a fuck. This is some good old water. Water! Sandy, I need it. And then the next thing you're going to need, if you partake in gardening, like the internet makes us say, something to hit, puff on, smoke, whatever the fuck. This is my little disposable boy. It's the micro bar, and the strain is Peach Driver. Okay, not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, yeah, I'm jumping the fuck into it. Also, conspiracy theorist is gonna come up a lot throughout this episode, because that's just where we're at in life. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's a couple. There's a couple I'm open to. Anyway, not to give like QAnon vibes or anything, but why the fuck is there so much evil across the world with people in power? Why is it like the more that we find out about the elite, the wealthy, the rich and famous, the people who like we don't even know? Like I feel like because the richest people in the world, we don't actually even know who they are. They're probably like very private and like doing horrible fucking shit. So horrible, I can't even talk about it online without getting flagged or my shit being taken down. And what frustrates me is that like the more and more that we learn about certain people being evil, it's like their supporters just don't give a fuck because they hate the same people. So like that's what matters more. If you hate the same people, who cares if they like to diddle dogs and kids? Who cares if they like to eat people? See, now those are the conspiracies. I said I wasn't gonna say it. I said I wasn't gonna really give the details, but they slipped out. Like, I have heard so many crazy things that at this point, I don't even know which ones are crazy because they could all happen. They could all be very fucking realistic because at this point, the evil in the world that I at least am like aware of is way worse than what I ever thought. And it's not even just with the people on, you know what I'm talking about, the island of, like, release the files, that's what I'm talking about, right? But I'm not even just referring to people like that. I'm not even just referring to, like, kings and queens and princes and people from, like, the top whatever the fuck percent. It's not even just that. It's literally just, like, in your own communities as well that we don't even see sometimes. Like, hear me out. In general, the arts are not bad. I am a huge advocate for the arts. They're incredible. I think they're so important. I think they're more important than sports. Sue me. But the industry has such an evil side to it. I never even got like high enough up in the industry to really witness like the actual bad shit that I have heard other people say happens. Even just being at the level I was at. The shit I saw and witnessed. Not cool, bro. Not cool. And not just the people who are trying to make it. Those aren't even the people who have made it yet. You know, maybe the universe works in mysterious ways that I never made it in the industry, in the entertainment. Yeah, I quit before I could get too high up in there because honestly, I know myself. I'm so fucking nosy. I would end up not necessarily in the Illuminati, but like in close proximity to and in the areas where they hang out just because I'm fucking nosy. I would also probably end up dead. I would be a whistle-blowing snitch. Take a hit. Remember, folks, it doesn't count as snitching if you're snitching on the man, if you're snitching on the people in power. Oh, and to be clear, in case it wasn't, the arts are not the only thing. Every single industry and like field has some shit like that. I can only speak on the industries I was in. Guys, what happens when we die? It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, I surely don't know, but I have some theories. I don't think that it will be bad unless we were horrible fucking humans, but I feel like it's just gonna feel natural, whether we go to the 5D or whether we're like reborn and have another like Earth-like experience or whatever happens. I know that energy is not destroyed, right? So I also know that my energy existed before I was Danny in this form. However, I have not lived a single day of my life thinking, oh my God, I'm panicking. Like, what the fuck was I before I was Danny on Earth right now? I don't even think about that because this is just what's natural to me. So I feel like whatever comes next is just going to be natural for us. I also genuinely think hell is like mixture of hell on earth and then the energy that you create for yourself moving forward as well. So like in my mind, the worst person in the world is not going to just when they die elevate to the next level, then the next one, then the next one, and then go to the 5D and become like one with everything. You know what I mean? In my mind, they're gonna have to just keep being born, having to learn horrible lessons, extreme pain. Their life on earth is going to suck and they might not ever get it right. But I do find comfort in the idea that horrible people will still suffer even if I don't see it. even though I want to see it. Also, yeah, the sun is moving this way. That's what it does, honey. The sun moves. Don't be mad at me. I can't control it. And I feel like a lot of times in religions, people always think we have to be really, really good on earth because we just want to be able to go to heaven, because heaven is what really matters. I've even heard people, a lot of like fundamentalist religions will be like, oh, we can use up all of Earth's resources and not really treat it well because we're only here to just create more people so that we can all like go to heaven. And it's like, no, if right now didn't matter, it wouldn't be a thing. This reminds me of the type of conversations I used to have with my fuck ass dad. Hate that guy. Hey, speaking of that dude, let's take a hit and then talk about narcissism. Hold on, I might have to also wait for the sun to move. So I recently heard on TikTok somebody refer to a narcissist as a real life rage baiter. Why is that the funniest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life? And now I'm not even mad at them. Now I'm not even triggered by them. Now I'm laughing at them because they're a walking rage baiter. Baby, I'm not falling for you. I'm not taking the bait. Now their dumb little rants and the things that I was always like, how the fuck are you getting that from this situation? Now I'm like, oh my God, you're like very funny and stupid. And speaking of stupid, dumb motherfuckers, I do have a download and I wanted to save it for like the middle of the episode because I don't want it to seem like dire, because it's like literally not. There's a nasty motherfucker from your past. They are getting their karma in a very noticeable fucking way. Maybe even like a public crash out type of way. And the energy that they're putting out there, it's very nervous. It's very anxious. It's like on edge. And I do think that they're thinking of you for some reason. Like it might be karma from when they wronged you. It might be related to something like maybe they lied on your name. These lies on my name. Or maybe just like literally they have racked up enough karma points from doing their bad deeds and now they're thinking of all the people that they've hurt and they're thinking of you, right? All I want you to know is if you've been feeling on edge or anxious or uneasy, maybe a little bit obsessed, maybe a little bit jealous, maybe just like a little angry, that's that loser energy. That's not you, baby. That's their energy. So don't worry about it. It's not you. But like I was saying, it's penetrating your energetic field, your like auric field. That's why you're feeling it. It has nothing to actually do with you. They're just kind of like sending that energy to you. Go ahead and do a little protection spell, a little cleanse or whatever you need to do, but you're fine. Release it, babes. It's not yours to keep. Take a hit. Y'all, we gotta talk about heroin chic coming back and also just like skinny talk. That's a fucking, I'm pissed. Like, obviously I hate that it's coming back, and I also fucking hate that it's celebrities like leading the front lines for it. It's so fucking weird and triggering, and even though it's to be expected, it's still not fun to see. I'm not going to name names because it's extremely fucking obvious. The entire cast of Wicked. And way more other people, by the way. But the discourse around it has been really frustrating for me as somebody who has lived through it and experienced it, gone to rehab for it, and every day it is like a struggle, or like not even a struggle, just it's a challenge. It's a decision to work through it, not give into it. I can see the fucking warning signs. And I hate when people would say like, I'm body shaming people. I'm not body shaming anyone. I'm recognizing myself in someone else and I'm worried for them. Not wanting someone to have a mental illness that makes them physically fucking sick as well is not shaming them. That means you care about them. And to say, well, you just shouldn't comment on people's bodies, again, doesn't apply when somebody's going to end up killing themselves from what they're doing. But I've made the mistake of getting a little too personally invested, a little too personally triggered when it's a celebrity that I care about, and then I might speak on it, and then people who also like that celebrity kind of get on me about it, and I'm like, I literally love them too. I just want them to be well. So I'm trying to not like do that as much. I'm trying to like not name names, call people out for specific things. I'm trying to not do that, okay? But it's really hard to fucking watch as somebody who has lived through it and has to decide every day to be healthy. It just makes me want to take a hit. But before we take a hit, let me just tell you that what I'm about to say next is coming from somebody who wants you to be well, and hopefully this can kind of open your mind and heart a little bit to recovery if that is something that you are open to. Here's the thing, you guys. Even if you think, well, I'll stop when I'm at my goal weight, or I'll stop if I start to see negative side effects, by then it's pretty much already too late. I'm not saying you're gonna die, but there are certain things you have done that you cannot really reverse. So for example, it's about 10 years later. I have been in recovery for 10 years. I have not relapsed in 10 years. And now I have dental issues. My teeth just chip all the time because of losing the vitamins, the nutrients, the bone density, the tooth density, whatever the fuck. I lost so much nutrients that my teeth needed during that time. And now they're just fucked. Like they're okay. Like I'm grateful that I have them and stuff, but like I'm standing kind of far away. You don't need to see all this. But like when I go to the dentist, they bring it up every single time. Like, oh, another chip, another little chip here, another little chip here. And I can get them like fixed or whatever, but it's just like, I might not have had to do that if I would have just taken care of myself 10 years ago. But the good news is you can rewire your brain. You can heal. You can get well. 10 years later, okay, yeah, maybe my teeth are suffering. My physical health is so much fucking better. I'm so much stronger. My hair is finally fucking growing and it doesn't feel like shit. Like I just cut a few inches off like kind of recently. Like it's growing so much. It's growing so healthy, so fast, so much differently than it used to. My skin, I'm not talking about pimples. I'm talking about the color of my skin. Looks just, I just don't look like I'm dead anymore. I mean, I'm pale, but I'm a white girl at the end of the day. And hey, nobody wants to tell you this, but when you're anorexic, your breath fucking stinks. ED, your breath fucking stinks. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's also like no amount of gum or whatever the fuck is gonna fix it because it's like coming from like the inside. It's not coming from like your mouth even. So when you start eating again, that doesn't happen. Look at that. Hope core. Take a hit. Y'all, we gotta discuss reading people's energy because so many people are bad at it. I'm looking at you, my husband. I love you, honey. You love everyone very much and you see the good in a lot of people. But it's not just him. And actually, he's not horrible at it because he can definitely tell if somebody's like the worst. It's just sometimes I'm like, they're a piece of shit. And he's like, you don't know that. I know that. So I want to talk about reading people's energy as somebody who struggles with like sarcasm and sometimes just like certain social cues. Like I'm a very social person. My whole life, people would be like, it's okay. You're just a blonde. Hey, this is not natural. I'm not a natural blonde. Also, shit wasn't like going over my head. I just like wasn't registering it the same way. Autism, didn't know. I used to also not be great at being able to read people's energy when I wasn't like trusting my gut. And here's the thing, my body still knew. My intuition actually still knew. I just didn't know how to like pick up on it. It was giving me signals. I just didn't know that that's what the signal meant. And it would be like maybe I had like a tiny little feeling, but then I would literally ignore it because I didn't think I could trust it. I just didn't know how serious it was. Like sometimes I was like, am I being judgy? You're not being judgy, bitch. Like, I don't know. It's your instincts. And then what I've learned is the more that we trust ourselves and we act on our intuition, even if people don't understand it, like if you decide, you know what, I don't really want to hang out with this person. I don't really like their energy. I don't really trust it, but your friends all really like them. That's fine. Y'all can fucking hang out with them. It's just that like, it won't always make sense to people why you're moving the way you move until it does. Until that person exposes themselves for who you've always known them to be in front of everyone else. It's not your job to convince everyone else. It's just your job to move accordingly for your path and your journey. Did I just sound like the Miley Cyrus? The journey is really the people that I remember anyways. And I bring this up because I'm noticing so many people find out that someone that they like loved and adored who's like a public figure, they're like, I can't believe that they're a terrible person. I can't believe that they're racist. I can't believe that they're womanizer. And I'm sorry, but it's always bitches who are like, I can't believe my favorite influencer is MAGA. And it's a white woman from Florida who only posts her church, her wealth, never talks about politics, and her favorite holiday is the 4th of July. Really, Bethany? You didn't want to use discernment? Wait till you find out once you master stuff like that, mastering reading people's energies who you just don't even really know, so it doesn't really matter. You can move on to doing that in your real life. Watch the way that it almost makes you feel, I mean, you are psychic, right? Like it's a form of psychic abilities, but it makes you feel so like, wait, why doesn't everyone do this? Why don't we all just tap the fuck in? But always remember, you cannot force people to see the truth. It is just a guide for you and your own path and your own journey with your own decisions. Take a hit. All right, y'all, it's my turn to be evil for a sec, and I apologize in advance, but I don't give a fuck that Kim Kardashian can't pass the fucking bar. I don't give a fuck that she's crying on TikTok about it. I don't give a fuck that it might be personal to her because her dad was a lawyer and I don't give a fuck about that bitch. I'm sorry, her emotions like literally don't matter to me. All she does is cause harm in this world. Like, her intention versus impact doesn't even matter. Her impact is so astronomically negative. Why do I care about your success or your failures? How are you about to have black children but then be MAGA? How are you about to, allegedly, how are you about to have black children and be so fucking close like this to the Trump family that is allegedly extremely fucking racist, and you're just voting against not only your own family and children's rights, but like the whole fucking country? Like, honestly, how the fuck are you actively helping fund a genocide allegedly? And you want me to cry with you? You want me to feel bad for you? You want me to give a singular fuck that you're crying because your stiff ass face couldn't pass the bar? Get your stiff fucking face off my TV screen. You can't act either, bitch. Take it. Look, I told you guys in the beginning, conspiracy theories are chasing me, and I'm getting tired of running. At this point, I'm at a light jog, and they're at a brisk walk. To a degree, though. Like, no Alex Jones bullshit, the water's turning the frogs gay type bullshit. I'm not going down any MAGA, conservative, red pill conspiracy theory pipelines like that. I'm talking more like mermaids are real, sirens are taking men, thank God, and the aliens live in the ocean. Those are the type of conspiracy theories I can fucking get behind. It's like anything is possible and nothing is as it seems. And I'm gonna take it a step further. I also believe that there's all those fucking underground tunnels and cities and shit underneath probably every major city, but also for sure LA. And I've also heard that New York as well. And I had like an Uber driver who worked for the Met, and he was telling me about the tunnels one time, and I didn't know about it then. That was years ago. So I thought he was fucking crazy. No, he wasn't fucking crazy. He was spilling secrets that I told you I'd be a fucking whistleblower. That's why I can't be up top with everybody, because I'd get killed immediately. I can't keep a fucking secret, okay? No, it's not even that. If it's a bad thing, if something bad is happening, morally, I gotta expose it. I'm sorry. Like, why is no one talking about the aliens that were in the mall in Florida and Miami? And then they tried to like cover it up as like, no, it was a bunch of kids with like fireworks and sticks or some shit. Huh? You don't shut down an airport for that. People saw aliens. There was a cop who was recorded saying he cannot discuss the aliens. All I'm saying is, do I know the answers? No. But do I think there's a lot more out there than what we're being told? Absolutely. Take a hit. Okay, now listen, bitches. I just found out about the G5 geomagnetic storm. Now, I don't know shit about fuck, so don't listen to me in terms of what that really means. But the dumb version that I heard was it's basically when the sun hurls a bunch of energy right at the earth. And because we have like a heart and like electricity or whatever the fuck, like it heavily affects us. Apparently this is a level 5 out of 5. So it's like the most energy possible. So if you've been feeling like you have some headaches or a little bit like antsy, maybe having pain issues, maybe having sleep issues, basically that's just that energy shaking up what was kind of stagnant and kind of needed to like move. It's getting things in motion. It's moving out and clearing out the systems that were already in place for you. Change is inevitable. We are in this together, but I do feel better knowing that my weird little headache and energy recently wasn't my fault. Okay, and now I do have an oracle card for you for a little oracle ending. I pulled this one last night after I finished all of the notes. So the oracle card is Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Figure out whatever that means for you. I hope that it resonates. I feel like it definitely resonates with what I just said about the G5 geomagnetic storm. I'm just saying that like so fast like that because it makes me sound smart. I just learned what that word is and like how to read it last night. I knew how to read. I had just never heard of the fucking... Oh my god, take a hit. Okay, I think that's enough evil for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.